Hello, welcome to the stream. I believe we're live. Welcome back to those who are returning viewers. And if you aren't a returning viewer, make sure you subscribe for more if you enjoy what you see, so you don't miss another live stream. Loads to go through today. If someone can get in the comments and let me know, I am live. Bit of an impromptu one today because there's a lot to talk about regarding Luis Diaz, of course, leaving. Luis Diaz sold for 75 million euros. We'll talk all things Diaz today. We'll talk about Joe Gomez as well. Injured, gone home, I believe, with a tendon or Achilles injury, whatever that is. Also, a little Isak roundup as well. We've got a few graphics to get you on screen, which we'll go through in due course, of course. If you're in TikTok, get into the YouTube. Hopefully, this is going to be the best place for you this year in terms of building that Liverpool community that I know we can build. Like, it's already started, mate. I'm so excited for where the channel's going. Let's start with Luis Diaz, of course. Now, I'm going to move myself. I'm going to bring this up on screen and move myself. Can I go right or left? We'll go left. The Here We Go has been given, guys. And you know something? Boggs in the comments. Yes, George, loving the videos. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. And we reinvested the money. And he's like, yeah, I agree, because he's saying we fleeced Bayern. I agree with what you're saying, but I can't help but think, on a personal note, this is a terrible sell. On a personal note, I loved him. He was my favourite player in the team, my ultimate favourite player in the team. I loved his work rate. I love everything Diaz does stand for. He's not, it's not does. He does still stand for these things. And I think at Bayern Munich he'll hit the ground running, which makes it very hard for it to sink in for me. And actually, I'm struggling to find sense with this transfer until you look at the money. And the money is the thing that talks here, because 75 million euros, as the comments are saying now, you know what I mean? Harry, it gives us the opportunity there to buy a centre-back, a good one as well, with 75 million euros. Not to forget, we must replace Diaz and bring someone else in a similar position, whether that be Rodrigo, whether it be whoever, be honest with you. I don't really know. It's gone quite quiet, the left wing slot, apart from Rodrigo. If you're in the TikTok, by the way, get into the YouTube, get into the stream. The Barcola thing's gone a bit quiet. The Anthony Gordon one's gone a bit quiet. So I'm struggling to see who we're actually going to target other than Rodrigo if he doesn't want to leave, which I think he does, but if he doesn't, who the hell are we going for? The same goes for the centre-back option. Like, Mark Gahey, for me, was the number one target, wasn't he? And now, it's gone really quiet, and amidst all the kind of, obviously, Jota, and there's a difficult situation there, and everything's slowed down because of it. I entirely get that. But even the talk on Gahey, which was so loud, is now so quiet. And I don't know if we're pulling out the race. I don't know if we're still in the race for Mark Gahey. It's very interesting. And obviously, I think Diaz, being sold for 75 million euros, allows us to bring someone a bit more high caliber than previously we would have been able to do. Hope everyone's well. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Get your names in here. We'll get some shout-outs going on. Ryan Cox, how you doing, mate? We're getting Isak. I hope so. I bloody hope so. We'll talk about Isak in a minute, actually. Mateus Nielsen, so excited for the new season and growth for the YouTube. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, YouTube's going to be it's going to be the main place to be for this season coming. I'm really happy where we are so far, but I'm also very excited for where we could go. A few milestones. We actually hit a milestone yesterday. The first time we had 100 people watching at the same time. That's crazy. Didn't think we'd kind of get that. 2 streams in, but it's the 3rd stream ever, by the way. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube. There's loads going on here. We've got a nice little graphic, got a new graphic, by the way. So the plan is, if we get any channel members, which again, I don't believe we will, but if we do, the 4 of them are off on that box there, and they're going to stay there, right? Because they need to be proud of place. Little box at the top there. Honest LFC opinions, daily content and streams. Cheers for all the support. That's everything I want to say and more. So I'm really happy with that. Amir Ali, I apologise, I've butchered your name there. Hope you're well, mate. What do you think of that Will Wright? Yeah, I've seen him, mate. I saw that Arsenal were in for this guy and signed him. Fabrizio even said Arsenal signed him. Turns out they haven't, because we've signed him for, was it 250 grand? If I made that up. I don't know much about him. He'll go straight into the under-21s, I assume. Actually, is he 16? He might go to under-18 straight away. I don't know. It's something that we can obviously keep an eye on. This one's from TRZ. Do you reckon we spend the money on a centre-back and a winger and keep Nunes for backup? Interesting. If you're in the TikTok comments, there's 200 of you in there. Get into the YouTube. We've got graphics going on now. We're bringing comments on screen. This is the place to be this year for Liverpool content. I appreciate all the support. I think we're bringing both. I think it's important to spread the money and not just focus on one asset. They're both as important as each other, right? I would even say a centre-back's more important than the left winger at this instance, at this time, because Rio Ngamo is playing. He's not just playing, but he's playing very well. Also, Cody Gakpo is more than good enough to start every game for Liverpool if needed, but obviously you want to rest, you want the ability to rotate and that kind of luxury. I just think a centre-back right now, you look at the centre-back options, and you've got Van Dijk, who's obviously great. I can't criticise him at all. Then Canate, who is still great, but I can criticise him absolutely. One, he's not on the level of Van Dijk, but 2, his availability is a real issue. It's an injury-prone player, as is Joe Gomez, and I can absolutely criticise Joe Gomez, and that's a really nice segue, in fact, to talking about this, because I'll come on to centre-backs in a second. I've just got a bit sidetracked here with Gomez. I need to speak about it. He's injured. He's departed Liverpool's pre-season due to an injury. I believe it's a Achilles or a tendon injury. Is this a reoccurring injury with Gomez? I'm not too sure. He's had that many injuries. I think they're all reoccurring, to be honest with you. To be fair, this is actually... I was going to say that it's a good thing. This is not a good thing. Of course, I would not wish an injury on someone. But you know, if we had to twist this into any sort of positive, if anything, it's a reminder of how needed a centre-back is. Like, it's a reminder at a really important time. In pre-season, your third choice has gone down. We've now not got a third choice. I mean, that's crazy to say. We've literally not got a first team for third choice. Yes, Stevenson could play third choice. I guess Endo could play there. But I'm talking about an actual starter here. No one can come in and back Canate up. And that's proven even more so now Gomez is injured. So it's quite a harsh reminder of reality. Obviously, it's not a good thing. I'm not going to sit here and celebrate a player being injured. But if anything, it is a kick up the arse saying, listen, this guy goes down injured. You know what I mean? This guy goes down more. I can't say that. But it's a real issue. So yes, to answer your question, a centre-back for me is more of a priority. This one's from Bog. Nice one, mate. I appreciate you dropping by. Would you rather assign 1 attacker and 2 defenders, or 2 attackers and 1 defender? Interested in. Granted, Isak's not signed, do you mean? I would rather we signed a centre-back, so 1 defender, 1 attacker definitely, and I mean, another defender would be great, but I'll go with Isak. If it was Isak, centre half and a left winger, that's what I'd take personally. In a luxury, ideal world, you could pick your signings. I'd go with that. I think that gives you the most balance. Tomorrow, I'm doing a video regarding how we can fit Isak, Salah, Wirtz, and Ekatike in the same team, which is very interesting. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe down below. Not enough people are liking the stream, guys. If you're enjoying it, if you're in here, get down there and like it. It's free. It's entirely free. It's the easiest way of appreciating the channel and showing, you know, giving back essentially in the easiest way possible. Sam Wilson, I can see it as having Ekatike being used off the bench, off the left. Sorry, if Isak comes in. Yeah, I disagree with that entirely. To be honest with you, this Ekatike off the left thing. You've signed a striker there, a central player. Play him in the middle. I don't understand why you'd sign a player who's played in the middle and had great success there in Bundesliga, then move him to the left just to fit him in. No, I disagree entirely. You play either both of them up front together, or you play one of them, and you don't force someone in. Gakpo's more than good enough to play off the left. He's a left winger. Play him off the left, in my opinion. This one's from Beyond the Cop. Big fan, mate. Random question. What mic? This is a Shure SM7B. I did some research into this, and Michael Jackson apparently recorded Thriller on this album, on this microphone. Just saying. That's what I've read in the grapevine. Maka, keep these lives coming, mate. Absolutely, mate. They're going to be going nowhere because the support's been great so far. Thank you so much. Leave a like if you are in the stream. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube. Generic name. Big fan of the TikTok and YouTube. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks for leaving that comment, mate. Isak, this one's from Will Thomas. Isak, great and all, but I'm waiting for Canate to get injured 2 games in. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a real worry, isn't it, right? And we're signing all these great players, and you shouldn't have any worries, right? Because you're signing so many great assets. But at the same time, we've got 2 centre-halves who are injury-prone. We've got, for me, not enough defensive options in the midfield. I still think we could do with another number 6 if we're being really picky. We don't know where Isak is yet. We don't know what's happening with Núñez. We've just found out today what's happening with Diaz. Again, we'll touch on Diaz shortly a bit more. Can't wait to see Isak at Anfield, mate. Me too. Me too. This one's from Tom Lloyd. To be honest with you, I would rather both. And I'm deadly serious. This one's from Ashley Hunt. Are you going to Wembley? I had to make sure Ashley Hunt wasn't one of them joke names, because Hunt is very... Oh, you could have a lot of fun with that. Ooh, I'll be clipped up on one person's channel probably with that. But yeah, Ashley Hunt seems pretty PG, so well done. Well done. Are you going to Wembley? I wish. Any brands fancy throwing me tickets? I'll promote your channel. Anything legally, I'll do. Rahul, loving you stepping into the streams. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you for leaving the comment. Who do you think will step up when Salah goes to AFCON without Diaz and Chiesa most likely? Interesting question, and I want to leave that to the comments, and I want to go to the comments here because, oh my, we've got a member. We've got a member. LFC Foxy. For the first ever member on the George Scaife LFC channel is LFC Foxy. Your name will be, obviously I can't do it now because I'm in the stream. On the next stream, your name will be number 1. You see that on the channel members there? Your name will be right there. As the first, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. That's crazy to me. That's literally mad that people will go out the way to give back like that. I feel very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm going to just shoot back to some of these, some more of the comments back there. I've lost my train of thought now. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, this one, I think Frimpong will start as a right winger. In my opinion, he's proven that he can do it at Bundesliga in a similar position, right? I know it's not a right winger as such, but he was such an attacking right back. I think he'll be the one to do it. Sorry, I'm just going through all these here. Guehi and Leone from Parma. Yes, Leone looks very good, mate. Very, very good. What do you think happens with Gakpo and Ekatike start off the left? I don't know what you mean. I see. Right, I see. If Ekatike starts off the left, which I don't think he will, Gakpo will just simply rotate in, but I just don't think it'll happen. I can't see it, unfortunately. Would you rather focus on signing Isak or signing a winger? For me, a winger and a centre-back. I know it's the boring answer. I know you probably don't want to hear it and you want to be sucked up into the hype, but for me, no. I had an argument to my mates last night in the pub. They said Diaz is worth 35 million once. Ooh, yeah, they're incorrect, mate. They're incorrect. This one's from Generic Name. I feel like we would be grand without a winger if we don't have the funds because of Isak and centre-back. Thoughts? Maybe, yeah. I guess Engamoa gives us a bit of an alternative in there, which we didn't have last season. We didn't have a backup to the backup left winger. So I get it. Left wing has Gakpo, Ekatike, Dominic Solanke. Dominic Szoboszlai could cover. He could, but it's not ideal. You don't want to be in that game where you're moving players around to cover, and then to be honest with you, I think we just signed a left winger and just be done with it. Will there be any more content with the other TikTok boys? Yeah, hopefully soon, mate. It was an enjoyable day, that, and it's good for everyone just to get collaborations going. And the response was terrible, but good in the same way. I think we sign Isak, a left winger and centre back. Cool. This one's from Sparks. Surely we step up Guehi. Perhaps we were going to get. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gone very quiet with Guehi. I don't know what's happening really. We were so linked. We were so heavily linked. And then we seem to. I don't think we've backed out of it because I'm still seeing his name linked to us, but it's gone very quiet, hasn't it? I've just scrolled past that member again. I mean, that's just unbelievable. LFC Foxy, thank you so much. If you're in this comment section, give me a message. Would you rather sign a free agent centre back or a proper? A starter. Forget this free agent nonsense. Who are we? Definitely a starter who can rotate and push Canate. Do you know what I mean? LFC Foxy, the member. Here we go. Most definitely need a central defender. I agree entirely. Wow, he's a member with good taste as well. Genuine name, quality. It's crazy we have one right winger. Yeah, I know, especially if Chiesa leaves. It's like, my word, which he will leave, I assume. Frimpong, yeah, people are agreeing. Sorry, I'm just catching up now. People are agreeing that Frimpong will be the player who replaces Salah. And I agree, plays there for the Netherlands. It's a good point because obviously Dumfries is there, isn't he? If you're in the TikTok, get into the. Someone subscribed on my TikTok. Nice one. I appreciate that guy. Thank you so much. I didn't even realise. Thank you so much. I entirely that comment I've got entirely. We've had another. Guys. We've had another member. My milestone, my goal was one member. We've had two in the same 5 minutes. Generic Name. Thank you for the support. I mean, you've been in there a while now. Tomorrow this will be updated. You'll be number 2 on here. And that's mate, that's crazy. Thank you so much. That's very generous. Very generous. You don't have to do that at all. I appreciate the support. Kyle, late one tonight, mate. It's a late one. It is a late one. Will Thomas probably will sell Darwin, Harvey, unfortunately, and cost us to not rinse all the Coutinho money. Yeah, you know. LFC Foxy, I still don't fully see where Szoboszlai fits in here. I did a video on Szoboszlai. I found it hard to pinpoint his position as well because he's not first choice in attacking midfield for me. He just isn't. People are going on Twitter going, well, what do you mean he's not in your team? What do you mean? It's like, okay, then where would you put him, smart ass? Where does he fit? Because he don't fit off the left. He don't fit off the right because Salah's there. He don't fit through the middle because Wirtz is there. He's certainly not a false 9. Does he fit as a number 8? Is that his role? Is that his rotational role? For me, it is. It's not a starting role, though. There's 71 people in here. If all of you like this video, we will be flying. So thank you so much for the support. Already, we've got 2 members. Already. Generic Name and LFC Foxy. Cheers, guys. Your names will be on that thing there tomorrow. Just trust me. I need to get on Photoshop and do that one. Yeah, I appreciate it. Generic Name, mate. There's member number 2. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Amirali. I need to get your name right. Amirali. Can you tell me how I say that? Amirali? Will you be doing watch-alongs? Probably not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. How do you become a member? There's a button that says join on the bottom. I think it's just join, but we subscribe, I think. But yes, we're going to see how it goes, maybe ease into it. Owen Beck's going to loan to Derby. Is he really? Okay, not seen much of Owen Beck. The only thing I've seen of Owen Beck was he got he was the fellow who got bit, wasn't he, last season? But yeah, that's I mean, that is not a good portfolio for Owen Beck. But yeah, promising young left back. I've not seen too much from him. He's actually been on loan for the last 2 or 3 years. So excuse me. Yeah, don't know much about him. Steve, you never walk alone. Hello, Steve. Sel Gomez, Simicast, Nunes, Elliott, Chiesa. Yeah. Do I disagree with any of them? Not necessarily. I genuinely actually agree with all them, to be honest with you. Sobbers lies at 8, but on the left. Interesting. That's McAllister's position, ideally, right, surely. And I'd rather McAllister in there, to be honest with you. Are you doing a watch long for the Wembley game? I don't know. I think I might be out for that one, to be honest. That's the issue with doing live streams. Like, if I'm out in town, or I don't want to be like, oh, I've got to do a live stream. I can't go out. Because I want to get outside, do you know what I mean? And watch games on mates, because that's football, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. Spence, you should bring back the player ratings. That might come back during the season, yes. Not during pre-season, but maybe during the season. If you are in the... we've had another... Wow, guys, that's very, very generous. We've had some subscribers. That's unbelievably generous. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that at all. On the TikTok stream, we've had... I believe we've had some memberships. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that at all. I really appreciate it. More news on that soon on the memberships, because we'll set some things up in terms of exclusive videos. The same goes for here as well. I want to get into a point where I'm doing a video every day and then like a members-only video once a week, twice a week, a members-only live stream. If you told me where I could be in 3-5 years, I'd have a members-only live stream. You know what I mean? I think that could be really cool and really get that community going. You can call me Amir. Amir? Have I said that right? To be honest, I'll probably forget that. But Amir. Amiral, I found your name really difficult to say. I'm so sorry. I'm just a bit of a moron, though, to be fair. LFC Foxy, first member, by the way. I think we're understating the need for a DM. Gravenberch's class, I agree. I want more of a destroyer in there, personally. I don't know what you guys think. A different profile for me to Gravenberch, and maybe a similar profile to Endo, but someone who's better, who could elevate the team. I agree with you. Who do you reckon will also leave? I think the names who leave are... Who I think will leave or think should. Who I think will leave... Harvey Elliott, Kostas Tsimikas, Luis Diaz has left, Darwin Nunes, full stop. Chiesa, 5. I think 5 leave, in my opinion. Do you think Rio plays an important part of the season? I do, and I hope he does. I hope he's trusted. I hope he's eased in. And James Bailey said the same as well. 1 second, guys. Sorry, it's hard speaking for so long. And James Bailey used Rio as a backup for Gakpo. I would still sign someone. I think we're seeing a lot now with these young kids, and obviously it's an extreme example this with Gavi at Barcelona. That injury he picked up after playing so many games. Obviously, Engamo's not going to play the extent of games as Gavi, or be as important to our team as Gavi is to Barcelona, but you get my point, right? These young players are playing so much, and you don't want to be at a stage where... You look at Saka 5 years ago. Saka was a young kid, like Engamoa, playing all the time, being overplayed, and then look at last season. He had that injury. Was that a reason for it? Maybe the overexposure at such an early age. So I do want to ease Engamoa in. Also, this is a player as talented as he is and as exciting as he is. He's not played at the level, like he's not played under the Champions League lights, and it's a big thing just to throw him in. Do you know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts on Engamoa. Let me know your thoughts. Steve, again, hello Steve. Bring me Edison or Louise on loan. Louise, who's Louise? Douglas Louise? Louise? Help me out here. Edison, I'm aware of Edison at Atalanta, though. Do you reckon Jones will get more game time this season? Interesting. We've not spoken about Jones yet. If you're in the TikTok, get into the YouTube stream. I can't believe the amount of subscriptions I've had on TikTok. But I'm really genuinely grateful. Thank you so much. I don't know how to see this. I'll do a stream tomorrow, and I'll be able to see just on here, and I'll be able to, because that's crazy, mate. Thank you so much. Seb or Ben? I think. I can't say that on here. I could see Szoboszlai being rotated with McAllister and double pivot. Yes, possibly. But I think Jones would be rotated with McAllister, instead. In my opinion, I think Szoboszlai would likely be rotated off the right-hand side. Again, he's different to Gravenberch, a different profile. But still. I've told my mates to join. Oh, Steve, mate, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Word of mouth's great, I guess. I wonder what we'll do with Jadon Dans. I think he'll go out on loan. Harry, what formation do you think we'll play if we get Isak? Harry read my mind because tomorrow's video is a video about that. How do we fit Isak, Salah, Wirtz, and Ekatika in the same team, and also utilise Gakpo and Szoboszlai? It's very interesting. Like, I could barely fit them in. I was really struggling to on paper, but I've got kind of a 4-1-2-1-2-1 kind of thing. It's 4-4-2, really. There's 73 people in here. If you leave a like down below, we might be able to get this to 100 before we leave the stream. 100 2 nights in a row would be really crazy. So if you do one thing, let's all, you know what I mean, get together now and leave a like on the vid. Let's try and get 100 people in here together. I'll provide the content and you sit there and watch. We'll be a team, all right? Generic name. Are we not okay for a DM? We have Gravenberch, but the thing is with Bajcetic, it's so interesting because I'm one of his biggest fans. I think he's so good and at such a young age as well. I do think that injury is a big issue and it's come back again. And he had a really poor spell by all accounts at Salzburg in a poor league. Had a good team as well. It was really underachieved at that team, I've got to say. And I think Bobby Clark was the same. Then he went to Spain at Las Palmas and I believe played quite well, certainly better than at Salzburg. He had a good relationship with the fella. What's he called? He was from Chelsea, I think. He was a young kid from Chelsea, central midfield player. Had a good relationship with Bajcetic. And then obviously got injured. So it's a real stumbling block for him. And I feel bad for him because this is the perfect time for him to get in the team in pre-season, play well, earn your place. And he's had that injury, a massive setback. And when you look at the grand scheme of things in terms of his career, this is a big setback in his career, this one injury in this one pre-season. Because actually, Liverpool might be going for a number 6. And if Bajcetic played and had a good pre-season, it might actually have resulted in us not bringing in a 6 and him just taking the place. So I think Endo's above Bajcetic in my estimations now. And I think McAllister, I would not like to see there personally, generic name. What's your name, actually, generic name? I need to actually call you something. Because you've got a very generic name. Literally. Elias, hello, mate. Nice one. Bit late to the live. And what do you think? Isak, mate. I don't know. We've not spoken about Isak yet, actually. Trying to avoid it because nothing's changing. It's the same crap every day with Isak. If you're in TikTok, get into the YouTube, guys. There's loads going on here. It's the same every day. I wish someone would tell me when it's all over. Someone just tell me when something changes. In fact, today I did see that we are prepared to make a formal offer imminently. And when that word's used, it turns heads, right? So that must mean something. That must be a good thing. For the people who just joined, we've had 2 members today. This has been crazy. Foxy and generic name. Now, these 2 will be on this members panel tomorrow. I'll put them on there for the stream tomorrow, maybe even Tuesday, whenever it is. But they will be there, 1 and 2. I don't know how it's going. If we get like more than 4, I've not worked that out. Do I just keep like rotating it up, or do I try and fit everyone on there? I don't think we're going to get more than 5, to be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes anyway. I appreciate the support, genuinely. And I actually mean that so much. I don't think people realise. What do you think of the CDM? Very good, mate. I've never heard of him. Yeah, you're not getting me. I've seen how these things work. AFTV, United Stand, getting bantered like that. Some idiot, right? I just couldn't pronounce some idiot, right? That's really ironic. Fucking idiot. Spency, hello. I still think we need a DM, and I think we should prioritise trying to get Belieber. Yeah, mate. Belieber's very good. I've never heard of the camera fella. Is he the fella from... No, it can't be. But yeah, Belieber's great. I actually think he's more of an 8 as opposed to like a out-and-out DM. I really like him going forward. Really good ball play, really good through the lines as well. Very similar to Gravenberch in my opinion. He's very fast. Like Belieber is honestly, he's one of the fastest midfielders I've seen in terms of like that. If he has a poor touch, misplaces his first touch, he's so fast he can just get there and recover. He's a really great player, Belieber. Rio, a kid, can't ask him to do a man's job. Yeah, fair, to be honest. I'm really far behind, guys. Sorry. Matthias Nielsen. Hey, George, signings on the big 3 aside, who's our most important player for me? It's McAllister. I'd agree with that. I'd entirely agree with that. Engamo reminds me of Doué. Yeah, that's a good point, to be fair. I do think he's very similar to... I mean, obviously, he's worse. He's not as good as Musiala, but in the way he moves, Engamoa, very Musiala-like on the ball, in the way he wants to beat defenders and the way he wants to get into the box, shift onto his strong foot. Douglas Luiz on loan from you. Okay, interesting. Did you see the Arsenal Gyökeres stuff? Yeah, mate, it's embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. By Gehi, let Noni and Rio play. Noni's an interesting one. Really interesting because I've always criticised this player. And get into the YouTube. Sorry, guys, that goes on TikTok. We've got comments coming up on screen. We've got things going on in here. It's a good environment. Naoni's interesting because I've always criticised him for his lack of physicality, I guess, which you can't really help because he's a young lad developing. He'll only get bigger and bulk out into his frame. But against AC Milan, I was really impressed. And I was like, wow, he's especially that little move he had in the second half, in the final third, actually in the box. He had a really nice touch. He probably could have done better, to be fair, and scored or got a shot away. But I was impressed by how physical he was and how hard he was to get off the ball. Really impressive stuff from Naoni. I hope he's utilised this year. 80 people in the stream, guys. Leave a like down below. Make sure you subscribed. It helps that algorithm out and gets it pushed out. Let's try and reach 100 people before whenever we end this stream in probably about 15, 20 minutes. Let's try and work together and get there. I know we can. James Bailey, hello, mate. Can Ekatike play on the left? I think he can. I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't. I used to watch your matchday vlogs with Fowler and sometimes Tom. Yeah, mate, they were a good. That was a weird time in life. That seems like years ago, but yeah, that was a thing, I guess. That was a thing. I think we'll bring in Isak. We need centre half. For me, a centre half is more needed, in my opinion. I don't think people like to say that. I think people like to get caught up in the hype and they're seeing all the highlight reels and they're seeing Isak and Wirtz and Salah in the same team, but no. Because this is the problem. I love Gomez, but he's injury prone. He absolutely is injury prone, and it's a real issue. And I said at the start of the stream, I'll say it again now. It's a very harsh reminder that we need to sign a centre back. Very hard. In the harshest of forms, I would never prey on someone's injury downfall, but my word, is it a reminder that we need someone in there. Do you think we need 3 left backs? I reckon sell Tsimikas. I agree. I would keep Robertson for his experience, etc. Henrik, thank you so much, mate. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Harry, still think we need a centre back or 2 and 2 attackers. I'd agree with both. In an ideal world, we sign 2 of each. Do we need to sign Isak for it to be considered the great transfer window the greatest transfer window, by one club ever? It's probably up there already, like you say, but yeah, I'd say yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. You've signed arguably the best striker and one of the best strikers in the world, one of the best attacking midfielders in the world, one of the most exciting left backs in the world. For me, Premier League left back of the season last year, one of the most exciting right backs in the world. In terms of talk online, Frimpong is the guy, right? He was certainly 2 years ago when Leverkusen went unbeaten, won the league. Frimpong was one of their best players. So I don't see why this isn't regarded as one of the best transfer windows ever. Given the money we're getting back from Diaz as well, signing the top young goalkeeper in Mamadashvili, it's like, yeah, this is top, man. I don't know if Isak pushes it over the line to be the best. Maybe it does. Let me know your thoughts. Generic name. Gomez is important for Liverpool's homegrown numbers. That's a great point, which Liverpool are lacking. It's not as simple as getting him out the door and replaced. Interesting point. I think if we sign Matt Gahey, obviously that cancels it out, and that's probably why we're looking into Matt Gahey. I think it's a big part of that. I really do. You look at Harvey Elliott as well. Losing him is another homegrown player gone. I really like Tsimikas, but he has to go. Interesting. Why is that? Why would he go for you over Robertson? Or both of them, maybe? Fabrizio just updated on Isak. What's he said? Guys, let me know. Just a quick one as well. I'm about 5 minutes behind on the comments. I've just scrolled right to the live now, so I'm reading them live. If I've not read your comment out in the last 5 minutes, if you could put it back in, because I was so far, I was literally getting further behind. I was going back in time. I was that far behind, so I'm back live now, reading them as they come in. Doucouré has 12 months left. Interesting, yes, from Palace. I'm a big fan. We were linked to him a while ago, weren't we? So yeah, if you got something to say, guys, just put it in now because I've missed out the last 5 minutes, unfortunately. So I'm sorry. I won't do that again. I'll try not to get caught up in it. Dylan, who would you favour as the new centre back? Would it be Gahey or someone else? For me, it's Matt Gahey. It's gone very quiet, unfortunately. What can you do? Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. What I might try and do is change the members right now. So if I do that, I'm still on live until now. I'm going to put the members in now because I think I can do it. Right, LFC Foxy. I've got an itchy nose here. I hope you can still see me, guys. And I've not gone off screen. LFC Foxy. Oh, this is so exciting. We've actually got real people doing memberships. Like, my life. This is crazy. LFC Foxy's in. And I need to work out how to spell. Have you got like an underscore in your name? I don't want to get it wrong. Generic name, it's just generic space name. No underscore, nothing. Right, easy. Easy. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be literally 1 minute. LFC Foxy is on. Generic. generic name is on. And we're in, I think. Right, we're there. Let me just export. And then we're laughing, guys. There's 74 of you in here. Whilst I'm doing this, if you could leave a like on the channel, that would be amazing. It pushes the video out to more people and it helps with the algorithm. We get more people in here. The community builds. Right, we're in. Replace. And let's get this on. The first 2 members ever. LFC Foxy. Is that the right one? Shit, that's not right. Hold on. Oh, please work. Oh, I've done it as a JPEG. George. It's never easy. The joys of being a content creator, right? Am I right? Bear with me. Here we go. We're on. Yes. It's here. The subscribers are in, the members. Anyway, back to the channel. Was Quantum necessary? I feel like we rushed it. Yeah, I agree. However, we couldn't have seen what... Obviously, the Gomez injury came very soon after. I assume we're going to sign someone else, and we'll sort it out. Oliver Talamorton needs to leave for the sake of... For his sake, along with Elliot. What I'm going to do, actually, what I should have done a while ago, is turn off the comments on here. Is there a way of doing that? Because they're kind of in my way. Show comments. Yeah, I'm just gonna do, because you can see the comments in the comment section. Like, it literally popping up and like it's hurting my eyes, mate. When do you rate? We'll know. Do you mean when do I think Isak? I don't know what you mean, but I'll try and work out what you mean. I think it'll be tomorrow. We'll get a big update on Isak, and they'll be like, it'll be something like Liverpool are prepared to put in a massive bid. Wait 2 days. We'll put the massive bid in. It gets declined. Put another bid in, a bit smaller. Probably end up around £120 million, and I think it gets done. If I'm being truthful, Vol, when do you rate? I've done that one. Sorry, LFC Foxy. Will you be doing a Premier League prediction vid? Yes, at some point, absolutely. We need Gahey signed ASAP. This gives Arnis like luxury rotating with Konate. Yeah, I like the idea of Gahey backing up Konate and also pushing him for his first team slot. Like, Gahey's good enough to start for Liverpool easily. That's not even a question. He's an international. He was one of England's best players in the last tournament. Last pre-season, I was at the Sevilla game. The day before, me and my dad did a tour of Anfield. We bumped into Slot, and he gave me a fist bump. Mint. Imagine that. What does that mean? You have to explain what that means. Conte from Villa, do you reckon? I think he's a weak player. I think he's pretty weak. He plays at right back for that game, and it was absolutely awful. Was that PSG? I don't remember, actually. Was that even Conte? Might be someone else. I think Ekatike should play on the left, and Isak should be at number 9. I don't get this whole Ekatike off the left thing. Sorry, I don't get it. Why would you sign a central player and play him off the left just for the sake of playing him? Just rotate him. You need a squad to win a league, not a team, and Ekatike is part of that squad and builds the squad. Who do you see as our biggest competitors next season? Man City. Are you going to the game against Bournemouth? No. I thought Morton was great against AC Milan. Yeah, he was. Morton was like a metronome against AC Milan, popping it about, simple passes, not stretching his ability. I don't think at any point he was playing to his strength, which is passing the ball, which is controlling the game. Insert DiCaprio pointing at a TV gif. Unreal. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. How do you see Gakpo's role for the new season? For me, he's too good for the bench. I agree with that. He is too good for the bench, but he'll be on the bench. It's like same with Soberslai. And isn't that a great thing? If you're in the TikTok, by the way, get over into the YouTube stream. Isn't that a great thing to say about a player? That they're too good to be on the bench, yet they're on the bench. Like, what an alternative that is. What a second choice, an alternative in cup games. 50 on Liverpool winning the league. I wouldn't, I'd have backed us. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. If it was my life on the line, I'd definitely back Liverpool. Dylan Wilson, hello mate. How do you reckon we'll line up in the attack if we get Isak? It's my video tomorrow. Stay tuned. Genuinely, people have predicted my vid tomorrow. I'm really impressed by it. I'm going to do how can we fit Isak, Wirtz, Salah, and Ekatike in the same team. It'd be like a 4-4-2, but a bit skewed, I think, in my opinion. How much of an impact do you think Gyökeres will have to Arsenal? I think he'll be great, mate. I think he's been so underrated, really overhated as well. I think because they're so cringy, Arsenal fans and AFTV and that, I entirely get why Arsenal, like proper Arsenal fans, are annoyed because that AFTV is really branding Arsenal as something, as this like embarrassing club when, to be fair, a lot of the players and the manager don't help themselves at the best of times, but they're not that. An AFT, we've got another member. Wow, that caught me off guard. Thank you so Specky, is that right? Spencer. Sorry, I just read your name as Specky. What a bad first impression. Spencer, have I said that right? I appreciate it. Mate, that's quality. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that at all. That's really kind of you. 3 members now. I'm not going to go back onto Photoshop and edit it because I'm going to be done in about 10 minutes. But tomorrow or Tuesday, you'll name be number 3. So thank you so much, mate. That's really kind of you, and I appreciate it. How generous is it? Like 3 subscribers, mate, or members. This is crazy. Let's try and get to 100 viewers, guys. Come on, let's get there. Do you think Frimpong can be used as a right wing back up to Salah? Not Saka. I think so in AFCON. I don't see why not. Mate. Ekatike is not a left winger. Gakpo will be our left winger with Rio as a backup. Isak starting striker. I agree with every single thing you've said there. I agree. That's exactly what I've been trying to say. Ekatike is not a left-sided player. Ekatike will get his games playing as a 9, 10 and left winger as a rotation player. I think that's a fair comment. I prefer Morton over Jones. I don't, but I prefer Morton over Elliott, to be honest with you. Look at that, Spency, new member. How amazing is that? We've had 3 members, guys. LFC Foxy, generic name, and Spency. What a crazy world we're living in, mate. Sorry, yeah, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry for that. Oh, I feel terrible. Yeah, I don't. Do you know why it was? I think there was a comment above it that was like, it wasn't similar, but I just read that and then read yours like half. Oh, I'm so sorry. You can probably unsubscribe. No, don't. But yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Your contributions in here are great, always. Rio is good, but he's not good enough for a backup yet. I agree with that. I think it's important we don't rush this player. He's still young. He's still learning and getting his experience, earning his place, right? Do you think Jones should be sold? For me, no. When you're in a world where Elliott should definitely be sold, Jones, for me, isn't even nearly in contention to be sold. Do you reckon that selling Diaz is a good idea with a bigger idea behind it? Maybe, yeah. I think if you're going to sell Diaz at any point in his career, now makes sense. He's 29. This is a very transitional phase for Liverpool right now. A lot of new ideas being brought into the side. With Isak and maybe TK and Wirtz, I get why he's been moved out. It's with a heavy heart, but you know what I mean? Like, he's done nothing wrong. But yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to watch that back tonight and feel terrible. I hope you know I'm sorry. But yeah. Now, what about Wirtz playing as a left playmaker? Yes, that's exactly what I've got for tomorrow's vid. It's like a 4-4-2, right? But off the left's Wirtz, but he's playing in that space, right? It's not, I hate when you say, oh, it's a 4-4-2, and you look at it on paper, when it just isn't a 4-4-2. He's not going to be playing left wing. He's going to be playing, like you said, as a left playmaker. And in fact, you've taken the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I've got as written down for. That's all good, thank God. Imagine if you took offence to that. You'd have blocked me. Gone from member to blocking. Andreas, considering we get Isak alongside Katike, how do you feel about our attack having less out-and-out wingers and more direct attackers? It's a fair point, but I think maybe we'll bring one in Rodrigo, ideally. Even if not, someone like Anthony Gordon. I want, if not Gordon, a similar profile, someone who's fast, direct, and has got them legs that he can run at players. Different profile to Gakpo and Ekatike, I think. Yeah, it's an interesting point. Are we quite similar? Are we quite stacked in the same area there? Maybe. I don't think it's an issue, though. You've got players like Frimpong who could play on the wing and give a different alternative, a different angle in. He's very fast, right? If we sign Isak, he's scoring over 40 goals. I mean, that'll be amazing, wouldn't it? Leave a like on the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is my 3rd ever stream, and it's going so well. James Gallagher, are you worried about how many new starters we're signing? I entirely agree with that. I think there's a world in which we've signed too many players, but I'm not going to be negative. Like, if we can be negative now, it's like, is this the time to be negative about signings? I get what you're saying, and I agree, but it's probably not worth talking about. If it goes tits up, it probably is worth talking about, and that's going to be one of the reasons why. Nice one for the gift. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. You don't have to do that at all. Thank you. Ekatike, as a player, likes to peel off the left-hand side. It'll be interesting seeing who will fill the central space. That's where I think Ekatike and Wirtz could play well together. They both like to operate off the left-hand side. That kind of interchanging ability could be really nice between both of them. Selling Diaz for 70 million, great business. Yeah, mates, it is. It is. I've missed out some of these comments, sorry. Isak's definitely getting golden boot if we... and the rest, mate. And the rest. I see Isak upsetting Ekatike. Yeah, maybe. Similar positions, I guess. And yeah, they've got that competitive nature now going on, I guess, with them too. Isak getting I reckon Isak gets 22 his first season. Not massive. That is massive, by the way. That is literally massive. But obviously, when you got Salah still in the team, right, he's going to be absolutely carrying the weight still, even with Isak in there. Rodrigo isn't coming in on the wages. I agree with that. Do you reckon Alisson... How long do you reckon Alisson has? Interesting. Oh, that's a good point. Before he gets taken over by Mamadashvili. I mean, I don't see any reason why he gets replaced now, to be honest with you. So I think he's got time left. Yeah, a year at least. I mean, certainly at least. Sell Nunes, Elliott, yeah. Is that combined? Is that a combined price? I mean, I assume it is, because I see that. I think Szoboszlai and Wirtz and double 10 would be utilised. That's a good point. Getting them both in the same team, but then again, you have to drop Ekatike out then, because then you can't drop Salah or Wirtz. So there's 4 attackers there. So it's like, who do you drop out? My vision is good trust. Yeah, mate. Tell me about it. LFC Foxy, the Isak Salah dynamic will be very interesting. I think so. I think Salah's dynamic with Wirtz was really nice, actually. Was really nice in that preseason game against AC Milan. Just me here that still kind of believes in Jones. I do. I think in this new system as well, with this 8 that we're so reliant on, he's going to be massive for us next season. How much do you think it'll cost to get Isak off us? Are you a Newcastle fan, yeah? 130. I think it'll start at 150 and it'll go down to 130, in my opinion. I don't think we'll spend £150 million again. Sorry, that was 115, I should have said. But yeah, 130 I think he'll go for. Hugo's a great channel runner. Yeah, he offers something entirely different, really. Right, guys, I'm just going to get to the end of these comments. I've been live for 45 minutes nearly, and my throat's going. I've done loads of videos today, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be back. If not tomorrow, the day after. If something happens, I'm not going to schedule in streams, right? If something happens, I'll do a stream. Like, it's going to be as and when, reactionary, right? Who do you say we should sell? Tsimikas, Harvey Elliott, Darwin Nunes, Chiesa. I've missed one out. I literally said it before. Did I say Tsimikas, Harvey Elliott, Chiesa, Nunes, and Diaz obviously has already gone. Dom playing like, yeah, in the wide attacking areas, very similar to Wirtz, but on the other side, in my opinion, is his best asset. Spency, Joe, Hugo and Isak. Sorry, it's been a long night. About to cook up a Sturridge Suarez, mate. SNS. How good was that? Wondering what would happen if Nunes somehow doesn't get sold, and then we have. Yeah, no, but that's good, right? Surely having another striking alternative. Ideally, you free up some of them wages. Rank Wirtz, Kirkus, and from. I like this. We'll end on this, guys. I really appreciate all the further comments and everything. This is going to be the last comment I read just because my voice is really going. I've been live for so long. I appreciate you all. Rank Wirtz, Kirkus, Frimpong, and Ekatike based on how much they will impact their individual positions. I get what you mean. Number 1, I'm going to go with Wirtz. He's the best player there, simply. Number 2, I'm going to go for Kirkus. I think the drop-off between Kirkus and Robertson's bigger than Frimpong and Bradley. So Kirkus. Then I think Ekatike, if we don't sign Isak, Ekatike. If we do sign Isak, I think Frimpong will be second to last and Ekatike last. Something like that. Just a quick one from 2 of my members to end the channel on. Spency, nice one, mate. I appreciate your contribution today. It's been great. Very generous of you. To be fair, in AFCON, what about Szoboszlai as a right playmaker? Yeah, I see it. I do think Frimpong will be favoured there, but I think they could both be utilised, which is, again, great. And finally, from generic name, Alisson has 1 year on his contract with an option for a year extension. Interesting. I thought it was a 2-year extension, but it's 2-year contract, sorry. Interesting. Sad to say, but after the 2nd year, I think he'll be rotated out. I would probably agree. Lozano, how you doing, mate? I know you're a regular in this channel. Thank you so much. Maybe watch along soon. We'll take it easy. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for the support, guys, on the stream. Thank you so much for the 3 new members. And that's the 3rd stream over and out. I've really loved doing that. That was really fun. Nice one, guys. Have a great day. See you later.